About to find out.
Well, they are not completely ready. Not completely ready.
Pedrosa came in as well. Marc Marquez has just gone through. He's lapping 10 seconds faster than Valentino Rossi. Marc Marquez, you know, might have absolutely pulled off a stroke of genius here right now.
Right, pack back in. Things will settle down just a little bit, not for a little while. So Rossi still leads the way, but Marquez, who came in so early to change the slick tyres, is putting in laps that nobody else can match.
So only Rossi, Zarco and Dovizioso, your trio on screen right now. These are the only three guys that have not come in. These three are on the medium Michelin rain tyres. Now, we've seen it before that Rossi and Dovizioso stay out too long in these kind of
Saxon ring. Yeah. Well, not last year. Sorry, last year, not this year. Dylan.
Well, I do believe Dobby would have been told that don't come in until we tell you to, because your bike is in wet setting. If you saw, you maybe didn't see it, Lorenzo, he got on his second bike and they had to get the starter out and start it out. He lost a lot of time in the pits here. Rossi's team, however, they are still ready. So is Zarco's.
Zarco called it wrong, didn't he, in Assen? He came in too early, and I think he's just basing his judgment now on what Valentino Rossi's doing.
Surely Rossi's got to come in. Surely Rossi's got to come in, followed by the two behind him. Here they are. There is Zarco. There is Dovizioso. 46 box.
Hector Barbara's just come in as well. Rossi has to come in surely this time around. He cannot continue.
Well, he's starting up Horsepower Hill any moment now. Here is Marquez. He could have pulled the master stroke of all master strokes.
Marquez has already been in the pits and he's in the same shot as the top three. Rossi, is he coming in this time around? He is. So Rossi's in. Marquez will be coming through very shortly. Zarco stayed out. Zarco has seriously rolled the dice, but Marquez then is coming through the final corner now. He's over the line now, Marc Marquez. He's in second place. He's 9 seconds faster than Johan Zarco. And Valentino Rossi's come in the pits. It's a lap or two late for Rossi.
Rossi in. Flag to flag for Rossi. Back out, number 46. Where will he be when he comes? Well, obviously on the next lap. Rossi out. As you can see, Dovizioso out. Pit lane speed limit. Can't pick up the pace until they come over the line. There, here we go.
Marc Marquez and somebody at HRC is about to, unless it dramatically changes, be credited with a genius decision.
He's leading the race.
He's leading the race.
Marquez leading the way, and he is just going to disappear from Johan Zarco, because Zarco is still on those wet weather tyres. Marquez came in, was it at the end of the first lap or the second? Second lap, wasn't it? Came in, changed.
Look at the difference.
It almost appeared that it was deliberate, doesn't it?
The difference is unbelievable. I mean, it looks like Johan Zarco is riding a Moto3 bike out there at the moment. Just look at the difference between full slicks and full wet tyres on a drying surface here in Brno. Chalk and cheese between Marquez and Johan Zarco.
What happens if it starts raining now? I dare not think. Long way to go. 16 and a half laps to go, but Marquez, master stroke as we stand at the moment. But let's be honest, at the start we put our hands up and say we think they've made a massive mistake. Then I think we started to think perhaps they pulled an absolute master stroke here. They have, as we stand at the moment.
Something happened in the pit lane then between Andrea Iannone and Aleix Espargaro. We clearly saw Andrea Iannone was on the floor. It's currently under investigation. Didn't really see what kick-started that incident, but there was no doubt about it. Andrea Iannone definitely crashed in the pit lane. Fingers crossed that there was no injuries to any team personnel in that incident. As we look at Scott Redding and Aleix Espargaro, Marquez has just come over the line to start lap number 7. He's doing 1:57s, Marc Marquez. Now, Scott Redding's going to come over the line in second place. Zarco's come into pit lane. So here is Redding on the road then in second place. Zarco's left it far too late.
There's that little twirl. There's a spin in the middle. But Redding will be into second place. Aleix Espargaro, Carl Abraham, Pedrosa, Petrucci, Rins, Crutchlow 9, Miller, Vinales, Baz, Paul Espargaro, Rossi, Dovizioso, Rabat, Smith, Sam Lowes, Hoy Lorenzo in 19th place, Bautista in 20th. And no sign of Iannone at the moment, so I don't know if his race actually ended in pit lane, but as we look at the moment, he does appear, well, Jonas Folger in 21st place. Let's see if we find Andrea Iannone. and Hector Barbara out of the race as well.
Aleix Espargaro then is up into second place.
Guys, just a quick word. All Suzuki mechanics and personnel were okay after the incident, but they also still don't know how it happened because they weren't exactly paying attention.
Sorry, Hector Barbara is now, they're both across the line. Iannone in 22nd place, Hector Barbara in 23.
Quick word on Hector Barbara. He had gone out on slicks but came back in and seemed to have some problem with the rear of the bike, but his team sent him back out again.
Right, we're going to take one more lap because I think Zarco's going to go way down, isn't it? When we have a look at the when they go over the line for the next time, and then that will be where we're at, really, won't it?
Yeah, it's Marquez, Aleix Espargaro, Redding, and Carol Abraham in 4th place. Pedrosa 5th, then Petrucci, Crutchlow, Rins, Miller, and Vinales are your top 10. This at the moment is the battle for second, which is being won quite convincingly at the moment by Aleix Espargaro. Though there's obviously been some kind of incident in the pit lane involving the Spanish rider and Andre Iannone, which is currently under investigation. Here's Marc Marquez in a race all on his lonesome at the front of the field here in Brno. He's over the line, still lapping in those mid 157s.
15 minutes ago, Matt and myself were open mouthed at the decision by Honda to go out on that softer option wet weather tyre. Did Honda know something we didn't? He went out for 2 laps, came in, changed the slicks. He's crossed the line now with 15 laps to go with a 19-second advantage. Was it luck or was it brilliant planning?
Was it all part of a cunning plan, shall we say? Yeah, it might have been his strategy. Carol Abraham, he could be on course here for a sensational podium finish here in the Czech Republic. Now, I hope they're not doing fresh spots around on our camera lens down at turn number 3. Here's Valentino Rossi.
Trying to get behind, trying to get past Pol Espargaro. This is a battle for 12th place. Don't forget, Valentino Rossi, 3 laps ago, actually led the way before he came in and had to change to the slick tyres.
Well, this could be a massive pendulum swing towards Marc Marquez in terms of the World Championship. He leads by almost 20 seconds, and his closest rivals, Vinales 9th, Rossi 13th, Dovizioso 14th. We may well look back at Valencia and how pivotal this Brno race was. Certainly if it stays as is, with Marc Marquez presently cruising to a second successive win. He won in Germany, of course. 23 points. He would head to the Red Bull Ring in Austria if you threw the checkered flag right now. But the way today's gone, who knows? It might be another couple of surprises still to come.
Yeah, that could come with spots of rain. Rossi and Dovizioso are behind Pol Espargaro. This is a battle for 12th place as they come down towards the Kevin Schwantz corner. And that would be the championship positions. 23-point advantage Marquez would had. So he would have opened up another 18 points.
Bit of an off-track excursion for Pol Espargaro. So Marquez comfortably on his own at the front of this race, still setting the fastest lap, 157.4 last time around for Marquez. It's still Aleix Espargaro, 4/10 clear of Scott Redding, who's in turn just about holding off the advances of Carol Abraham. As Pedrosa, Petrucci, Crutchlow, Rins, and Vinales Miller, your top 10.
Yeah, it's pretty tight after Marquez, and with the changing conditions and everything else, it's going to be interesting. But front, and he can ride a race at the front, Marc Marquez. We've seen it on many occasion. Did he take the gamble, or did they really know it wasn't going to rain? Were they prepared to take the risk? Well, they certainly will. This is a great ride by Aleix Espargaro. But as Matt said, there has been an incident in pit lane involving him and Andre Iannone, and Race Direction are looking at that incident. Let's keep our fingers crossed for both, but especially for Aleix Espargaro, could put that Aprilia on the podium, that there are no penalties involved in. What a day for Scott Redding. Don't rule out Dani Pedrosa now. He can very easily see the chance of a Honda 1-2 in this race.
Yeah, Dani Pedrosa ruthlessly up the inside of Carol Abraham. So Pedrosa has now taken 4th place, and the podium well within sight of Dani Pedrosa, who will be clawing back vital championship points on the likes of Vinales, Dovizioso and Rossi. We know that Scott Redding in the dry has really struggled for pace, and he's wide at turn 5. Dani Pedrosa didn't even have to fight for that one. Sorry, turn 10 rather, down the Kevin Schwantz corner. And Pedrosa's the man really charging through the pack here, scything his way through the field. He's next got Aleix Espargaro in his sights. We could very shortly have a Repsol on the 1-2 here, but no big moment for Aleix Espargaro as he got on the gas coming up Horsepower Hill.
Yeah, any moment now. Dani Pedrosa is on the charts. This is Pedrosa at his best. Remember he carved through the field. Was it Mazzano last year? This is very reminiscent, but he's got a 20-second advantage, his teammate, and even Dani Pedrosa in this sort of form I don't think is going to be able to pull that back. Pedrosa crosses the line though in second place, 22.7 seconds down on his teammate Marc Marquez.
Yeah, Pedrosa, he made a couple of moves on that lap, looked really easy. Dovizioso and Rossi then have found their way through on Pol Espargaro, so Rossi 12th, Dovizioso now up into 13th. Rossi next in his eye line is Loris Baz in 11th position. He's on board with Maverick Vinales, who's currently running in 8th place. He's trying to hunt down Cal Crutchlow.
Absolute disaster for Rossi and Dovizioso, isn't it? Who are in that riders within 10 points of Rossi 10 points behind Marquez, and of course Dovizioso just 6. This is an absolute disaster for him.
Like Dylan said, Dovizioso's hand was forced a little bit because they couldn't bring him in, the bike wasn't ready, so he had to stay out a little bit longer than what he would have hoped for.
How does the sky look, Dylan? I'm sorry to keep asking you, but you know, it could be another twist in the tail yet.
Well, it's a little bit blue, it's a little bit cloudy. It's one of those where we haven't had any spits since they've changed bikes, so that's good news in a way, but we have seen it change so quickly, so many times, and that was just today.
Yeah, poor old Scott Redding's really coming under pressure now. Carol Abraham is in front of him, and it's Cal Crutchlow also putting pressure.
Oh, big contact. Petrucci got in a bit hot down at the Kevin Schwantz corner, gave Carol Abraham a real big nudge. Abraham has to force it out wide, and he loses the place also to Cal Crutchlow. So pretty hard move there by Petrucci down at turn number 10.
Eased him out Speedway style, didn't he? Just open the door up. There is Crutchlow, there is Petrucci.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the lap times on slick tyres as well. Marquez is so much faster than anybody else. He's in the 157s. The only riders last time around are in the 157s were Pedrosa, Rossi and Dovizioso. Pedrosa's actually just put in the fastest lap of the race, a 157.3. The problem is he's 22.5 seconds behind your race leader Marc Marquez as we track Rossi over the line in 11th.
Right, let's try and settle things down a bit. Marquez, Pedrosa, Aleix Espargaro 3rd, 4 Redding, 5... No, sorry, Petrucci. No, sorry, we get it right. 4 Redding, 5 Petrucci, 6 Crutchlow, 7 Abraham, 8 Vinales, 9 Rings, 10 Miller, 11 Rossi, 12 Dovizioso, 13 Pol Espargaro, 14 Loris Baz, 15th Johan Zarco, the Tito Rabat, Bradley Smith, Sam Lowe's, Hoy Lorenzo, Jonas Folger and Alvaro Bautista, Iannone and Barbara yet to cross the line.
Briefly on board there with the fastest man on track right now, Dani Pedrosa, who was pretty comfortably streaking away from the chasing pack. Petrucci up the inside of his Pramac Ducati teammate Scott Redding at turn 5. Redding really struggling to hang in this podium battle. We know he had issues on slick tyres. He qualified in last place yesterday. He thought the rain might be his saviour, but as the track's dried up, he's really dropping back through the field now.
There is Aleix Espargaro. This is the battle for 3rd place. There's Pedrosa. Here we go. There is Espargaro, Petrucci, Redding, Crutchlow, Carol Abraham. Well, he finished 7th in Assen, didn't he, Carol Abraham? So this would equally the best result of the season so far.
Well, Aleix Espargaro presently on course to give them probably their first ever podium in the MotoGP World Championship. They've only had a best of 6 since they returned, and when they were previously here in the early 4-stroke here with the likes of Colin Edwards and Noriyuki Haag and Regis Laconi.
Well, we ride with Maverick Vinales. That is Carol Abraham in front of him. Some very, very important points now. I won't say up for grabs for Maverick Vinales, but he has an opportunity to grab some points and open up a little bit of a gap on Dovizioso and Rossi in the championship battle.